How's it going, everyone? Dom here again, bringing you another home workout so you can stay at home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Keep moving. So one of the biggest things and challenges that we're faced with when we're staying at home is continuing moving. We have a nice couch here to sit at home, or our bed. We'll tend to lay there around all day, and we're not having things required of us right away. So it's important to stay on top of our we call ADLs, or activities of daily life. Basic chores. Now's the time to get on top of things you may have fallen behind on. Little projects here or there. As long as you are by yourself outside, or you're practicing your social distancing, then you can go outside. Do things like maybe the lawn starts growing. It's time to mow the lawn. Work on a project outside that involves some movement. Also, getting outside is going to get you in the sunlight. It's going to get you extra oxygen. And you're going to feel a lot better going out there. You're going to get vitamin D from the sun, and overall just helps your positivity, helps your psyche. So today we're going to go over lower body and making sure we're staying moving, making sure we're working all the muscles and the joints from the waist down. So again, I want to start with this video emphasizing as many movements and exercises as possible that when you don't have equipment, when you're limited on what you have available to you. So I'm going to make some more videos down the road that utilize some of the quick equipment that you've been seeing me have here. But for now, we just got to get moving. So we're going to start with our warm-up, and then we're going to go through a circuit with several variations on ability levels and intensity levels. Okay, so we're going to start with our warm-up. So again, things to remember with lower body, when warming up, we want to get moving. So we want to increase our range of motion, increase blood flow to the muscles and the joints that we're going to be using. And we want to increase our body temperature, get our heart rate going, get our breathing rate going a little bit. So remember three things: hips, knees, ankles. Those are the areas that create movement with the lower body. So as long as we use them through all of their ranges of motion, then we're going to get a good, solid, dynamic warm-up. Okay, so first, if you need to balance somewhere, if you need to go to the edge of a couch maybe, or hold on to a wall or a pillar somewhere, you can do that. Otherwise, we're just going to start with one side of the body, and we're going to work through the range of motion of that side, that leg, and then we'll switch and do the exact same thing with the other leg. So the first thing we're going to do is warm up the hips. So for the hips, we're going to work in the most basic form, front to back, what we call sagittally. So we're just going to go back and forth just like so, get some kicks. Try and see, start small, start with what you know you can do, so you feel comfortable balancing on that one foot. And then increase your range of motion. Slow the range of motion down so you feel the muscle groups. Your hip flexors and your glutes should be pulling back and forth. Now try and lock your knee out as you do this. Careful you don't hit your toes on the floor. Feel more of those muscle groups. Your hamstrings and quadriceps will start waking up. Muscles in your leg that is standing will be working pretty hard. Good. So then we're going to swing out, what we call abduction and adduction. Working this way in our frontal plane. An easy way to balance is if you pick one spot and you don't stop looking at it. It makes it pretty easy for you to concentrate on the movements and staying stable. Okay, good. Now we want to get some rotations in there too. So we're going to do step overs, pretend like you're stepping over a log, like so. Finally, we want to get some rotations in our hip. Okay, so this one may be tricky, but you want to try and rotate your foot as far in as you can, and then rotate it all the way out. All the way in, and all the way out. And if you need to tap down just to get your balance, that's fine. Do what you're able to do. Feel those muscles rotating. This femur bone right in here, all the way out and all the way in. Try and moving 180 degrees. Okay, good. Now we're going to switch and do the hip on the other leg. So sagittal, swings. Start small. And get bigger. Pull your toes up, straighten your knee. Okay, good. Abduction, or lateral hips. And step overs. And rotations, point rotations. Way in, all the way out. Way in. Okay, good. Next we're going to warm up the quadriceps. Going back to this leg. We're going to start by elevating the knee and locking that knee out. Okay, so you want to feel right here, it's flexing, straightening that knee all the way out in front of you. Swing back and squeeze. Back and squeeze. Bring it back, squeeze, back, and squeeze. Okay? Now with the other leg. Lift the knee, find that balance point, and lock out, quadriceps, and back. Forward, squeeze, and back. Squeeze. Okay, good. So next we're going to work the other side, bending the knee. The hamstring group, back here. So what you're going to do is the same way someone says flex some muscle, make a bicep. Okay, you're going to do the same thing with the biceps in your leg. So right back here, you're going to draw in that heel and pull it all the way and squeeze right back here until that heel pulls into your butt, and then all the way back down. Try and make this squeeze nice and gentle. Don't go too hard. It's easy to get a little Charlie horse back here. These muscles we sit on all the time. They don't get a ton of circulation unless you're moving them. Good. And switch to the other leg. Okay, good. Finally, we're going to warm up the ankles. Most people forget about this, but your calves need some work too. And they don't just move up and down, they move all over the place. So, I'm going to start with these toe circles. Just like so. Go in one direction, the biggest circle you can make, and then stop and go the other direction. Then we'll switch to the other side. And switch the other way. Nice big circles. Try and take your time. And then finally we're just going to do some calf raises. Pushing your toes up on your tippy toes. We call it plantar flexion. Get that nice raise all the way up. Now what we're going to do is just get this little tiny bend in the hips. So get this little bent knee position like you see, like so. So what this does is actually works your soleus muscle, so your gastrocs, or the top part of your calves, and you have the soleus muscle underneath. This flexes more and does more control of your knees and your ankles in this bent knee position. So from here, we're going to do our calf raises as well. All the way down, just like so.
Should feel a little bit towards your Achilles tendon tension up, down near the bottom of your ankle. Good. Shake those legs out. They should be burned just a little bit. You should feel pretty good, pretty limber, and ready to get our workout going. Okay, so for our warm-up, we've done most of these exercises already. We're going to add a couple new ones for you. Lower body exercises, calisthenics that can be done anywhere and often. They're dynamic and they'll keep you healthy and moving well. So, we're going to start with the squat, the lunge, then bridges, some new ones, pike extensions, and then lateral lunges. And then we're going to show you variations of each one of these, change it up, change the muscle groups that you're hitting, and give you extra dynamics and functionality to these movements. Okay? So we're going to start with squats first. Once again, get in your starting position, 2 feet, shoulder width apart. Keep your posture good. Keep your legs squeezing, hands up in front of you to give you that counterbalance. Ready? We're going to do 10 repetitions, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, I'm going to show you a variable of the lunge. We're going to regress it and do what we call a split squat. So you're going to start in this lunge position, and you're just going to balance, and you're going to lower your knee and just do the upward phase of the movement. Bending both knees, lowering your back leg to the floor, and then extending both legs into a straight position at the top. Okay? Ready? Set? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch legs. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. On to bridges. Laying down on the ground. The most basic version of this. We're going to start both feet planted, shoulder width apart, hands down your sides to balance, and we're going to go all the way up. Start from the position on the floor. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Next exercise is a new one. You're going to flip over on your mat to what we call the pike position. So the pike position is simply on your hands and your toes, walking your feet in until you're in this pike position. And you're going to lower your legs and your knees all the way down and get them relatively close to your hands so you feel like your knees are bent in a full range of motion. So putting the weight through your toes and your hands, you're going to pike until you straighten your legs, working against your hamstrings as resistance. Lowering your knees back down as close as you can to your hands. With me? Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, squeeze those quadriceps, 9, and 10. And finally, we have our side lunges, or our lateral lunges. Again, use the edge of your mat as a guide. We're going to do a basic version of this. We're going to a sumo position, or a wide leg stance position. We're going to get this squat down here. We're just going to go back and forth, side to side, like we would lunge. But we're just going to go push one side to the other, just like so. Keeping your hips on this flat plane, back and forth. So moving in alternating repetitions, we'll go 1, 1, 2, 2, all the way to 10. Start in your base position, and we'll start go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Now there's one round through the first circuit, the basic circuit. If that was challenging, feel free to stop, go back to the beginning of this portion of the workout, and repeat 3, 4, 5 times, and you will get a sufficient workout. But I'm going to show you some variations that are going to make it more intense, more dynamic, and work more muscle groups. So things to keep in mind when you're doing this: make sure your chest is up, your posture is good, you're looking forward the whole time, and you're squeezing the muscle groups that you feel working to do the job.
So the next step in our workout is going to be circuit number 2, which is going to give you more dynamic and more ranges of motion for each one of these movements. So the first one we're going to change up is the squat. So the squat we're going to change up by bringing our stance all the way together, which is what we call a narrow stance squat. And again, this is going to maybe feel weird for you when you start to do this, so take your time with the range of motion. Keep your hands out in front of you, just like so. Keep your legs together. Sitting back again, down as far as you can, and come all the way back up. Okay? So with me, we'll do 10 repetitions. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So next we're going to change up our lunges. What we're going to do is we're going to have our similar split squat format, just like so. But what we're going to add is we're going to add a donkey kick, or a leg extension backwards when we lift or press in that forward leg. Okay? So pick a leg you're going to start with in the front, and one in the back. We're going to lower all the way down. As we push up, we're going to donkey kick. I'll turn to the side so you can see this a little bit better. All the way down, and lift that leg. Okay? Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switching to the other leg. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So we're going to change our bridges up to the one-legged bridge. Keep one leg in the air, just like so. Plant hands on the ground. Rest back on your back, and your neck relaxed. And bridge all the way, kicking straight, right over their leg, right at the ceiling. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10. And switch legs. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next we're going to go to the pike position. And bring those knees relatively close to the hands. Feel a little bit balanced. Okay. We're going to change this up by doing one leg at a time too. That one leg is going to donkey kick, similar to the lunge we just did, while the other leg does the extension. So it looks like so. 1, like so. Okay? With me. Ready? Set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch legs. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Finally up, we're going to go to our side-to-side lunges. All we're going to add is a little bit of a leg lift when we get to the side. Similar to that donkey kick, we're just going to lift up off that leg. And you're going to put all the weight into the leg and the hip that's over the heel. Okay? So we start down in our central position. As we go over, we're going to lift the leg. Lift the leg. Okay? Just like so. Ready with me? Down to our start position. And go. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. Nice job. If you made it through that, it's pretty intense. Again, you can repeat this circuit or back and forth through circuit 1 and circuit 2 multiple times. If any one of those feels too challenging, stop, work on the movement, or regress back to the circuit 1 version of the movement. Okay, for our third round and our final round, we're going to take intensity and turn it all the way up. So I'm going to give you 2 variations through each one of these. One is going to be moderate intensity, one is going to be a high intensity. I'm going to perform the high intensity ones. If the high intensity is too much for you, that is completely fine. Do the moderate intensity one and you will get a sufficient workout. Do what you're able to do. The quality of the movement and getting through all of the repetitions is what's most important about this. Everything else will fall into place. You're gonna elevate your breathing, you're gonna burn more calories, you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna get deep muscle work. Okay? So, plyometrics. If you've heard this word, you know what they're all about. Anything that utilizes the stretch shortening cycle by activating the recoil reflexes or the elasticity of your connective tissues, your muscles, and throughout your joints, tendons, ligaments. That's going to become a plyometric. You don't have to necessarily leave the ground and jump, but you're going to do some of those. But you can modify this so you're getting the speed or power component without actually getting the impact component of leaving the ground. So, let's go to our first exercise, back to squats. Back to our normal shoulder width position, like so. Now we're going to take our hands and we're actually going to use them for some arm drive now to help us get up. So before we wanted to focus on time under tension, slowly contracting the muscles. Now we want to add the speed component. So make sure you're ready to do these before you do these. Practice these and then start these in the full repetitions. The first way we can do this without the jump is simply to squat and do a calf raise at the top of our squat. Just like so, like we were going to jump, except we're not actually jumping. If you are going to jump, you can simply extend and then catch yourself in that lowering phase. Okay? So we'll do 10 repetitions with me. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. For lunges, we're going to do 2 variations. First one is just the full range of motion lunge. Forward. Getting that range of motion in. The entire intensity, what we call jump lunges, or plyometric lunges. Start in this position, the lunge position. We're going to lunge down, jump up, and switch legs. Okay? So we're going to do these alternating 1, 1, 2, 2 to 10, 10. Okay? Do it at your level and what you're able to do. Ready? Set. And go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Catch your breath. Take your time. Nice job. Next one, we're going down 2 bridges. Laying down in the bridge position, again, our basic movement is just getting that single leg bridge, but we're going to keep our foot out a little bit further than normal. We want to get some extra glute drive out of this. As we come up, we're going to explode out of this foot, and we're just going to get a little hip tap. Just a little knee crunching like that. Okay? So you're going to drive that heel into your bum as you leave the ground, and then return back to the planted position. Okay? Ready? With me. And set. Go. Good. And the other leg. Switch legs. Ready, set, and go. Good. Into the pike position. It's going to be a modification of the push-up. So, what we're going to do is a phase of what we call the burpee, where we do a knee tuck. So we're going to start out here in push-up position, and we're going to that pike position by driving our knees in. Just like so. Do them with me. Ready, set, go. Nice. And finally, our last variation of the lateral lunges, side to side. So this time, we're just going to lunge to the side and press out, just like so. The high intensity version is going to be, now we're going to get that leg lift or that abduction on the moving side. Looks like so. Keeping this leg, supporting leg, straight the whole time. Okay? I'm going to switch legs. Start on this leg. Ready? Set. Go. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Take a breather for a second. Shake those legs out. Switch sides. Ready? And go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job, everyone. You made it through. Again, you can repeat these in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Go at your ability level, and I hope you enjoy.